I'm about to do something I've never done before. I'm going to enter a country where I own no toothbrush. I'm doing a day trip to Denmark, Billund specifically. I'm heading to Billund to visit the Lego store. If you want the full Lego content, that'll all be over on our Block Party Lego channel. But this is the travel vlog of the day. It's 5:45 in the morning. I've just got through security. I'm heading to the airport lounge now here at Stansted Airport. Big thumbs up to credit card rewards. We fly out at 8:05, so as ever, I'm here mega early. Hopefully going to score some nice breakfast in the lounge and then have a relatively pain-free flight over. That's the plan. I'm travelling super light, just my backpack. To be fair, I am travelling back again at like 7 o'clock this evening, so I've only got 10 hours in Denmark. I'm definitely looking to hit up the Lego store, have a little bit of a mooch around. It looks like it's going to be a nice day, which is a big bonus considering I'm doing this in March, and winter ended late this year, but very much looking forward to it. And I'm going to go and have my breakfast. I've been in some airport lounges over the years. There have been some pretty slim pickings, but this not too shabby at all. Breakfast consumed, very good it was too, but disaster has struck because my microphone battery is about to die. I thought I charged it up last night. Apparently it didn't charge, so I'm going to put that on charge in my bag. It does mean the next bit is probably going to have to be voice-overed because you don't want footage without a proper microphone in an airport. There's a reason I've got these on, to block out all the background noise. Voiceover Kev here, and goodness me, it seems like it's been a little while since I've appeared on this channel, but here we are back again, and we are travelling through Stansted Airport. Remember back in the days when I used to try to be Casey Neistat, and this would have all been a fancy little B-roll sequence with loads of lo-fi beats over the top of it. We don't have the budget for that kind of thing here anymore. This is very much a behind the scenes of a block party video, so if you want us to be able to afford music again here, make sure you share this video around with everybody you've ever met, and then we might be able to buy a backing track that we can use for future travel vlogs. This is one of my favourite things about going to the airport. As you can see, love me a moving floor. Not so much of a fan of an escalator, but I mean, it still amuses me. And there we have our gate. You can see we are on time, flight is on time. And we now get my favourite thing about Ryanair, standing on the stairs and then queuing up to get on the plane, which is always my favourite thing, but we do make it on relatively comfortably. And of course, as a Mr. Longlegs, I am sat right at the front in the extra legroom seat, in an aisle as well, as you can see. So we're not going to have any fancy looking out the window shots because there was a man next to me. But it was quite an empty plane. Not quite as empty as Billund Airport was when I arrived, though. There's nobody here. This must be the quietest airport I have ever been in. And here's my first examples of some Lego. We have a dinosaur greeting us with a Lego suitcase. Lots of signs advertising it. And a nice little tree which is advertising with a QR code on for more info about the Lego house. And there we have it, 10 minutes from the airport, not even that. Cost me 160 Danish kroner, whatever that is for the taxi. I'm sure I'll find out when I look at my bank account, but the plane landed about 15 minutes ago, and I've got through passport control and got here just fine. An hour and 15 on the plane. It's still less than 2 hours since I walked onto the plane at Stansted, so that's not bad. My ticket is for 11 o'clock. It's 10:59. I'm now going to go in, have a rummage around in there. Like I say, that video will be over on Block Party, but I'll check in with you again later on today because we may well explore Billund a little bit. We've driven past LEGOLAND Billund on the way in. We've driven past the big Lego offices, but now I'm going to go and have my fun in here. Well, I've just stepped out of Lego House for a bit. I've been in there all day. I'm having a lovely time. It was recommended to me that I try the Billund bakery while I'm here. I can see it's at the end of the road there. I had such a big lunch in there, had a big breakfast at the airport this morning. I can't manage any lunch, but I'm just going to have a little bit of an explore around the town, see what's here. It looks like over there is a teddy bear museum. There's loads of play areas all around town. They're all over the Lego house building itself. It's absolutely covered in play areas. They're all free access to the public as well. And then there's just like a play area there as well. What I'm really looking for is a supermarket because I love when I'm in a city, in a country I've never been to before, there are a few things I enjoy more than mooching around in a supermarket, and I think this looks like a direction where I might be able to find one. With me being here out of season as well, it is so quiet today. If you're wondering why I've done this trip now, basically it was our last opportunity, or my last opportunity, to do this at anything like a reasonable price. As of the end of March, Ryanair are pulling out of Billund at the moment. You can fly here, return for less than £50. I flew out at 8:05 this morning, flying back at 5 to 9 local time tonight. There's also a midday flight as well, so 3 flights a day between Billund and Stansted Airport until the end of March, and then the end of March comes around and those flights all disappear. Apparently Norwegian Airways are stepping in to take some of the load, but what they're not going to be doing is the flights that allow you to do it as a day trip. It's going to become an overnight stay needed, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive than it is currently. And until they actually do step in, because that's not going to be immediate, but until they do step in, the only way to do it is to fly one of the expensive airlines like BA, and then you're looking at anywhere between £250 and £500 for a return. And again, no way to do it as a day trip. So you have to factor in staying over as well. So it was a case of, it's a trip I plan to do this year anyway. Me and Anna are still thinking of probably doing it and driving it next year, later this year, sorry, and do Legoland. There's a Centre Park style place called Lalandia here as well. Maybe hit up some of the cities on the way. Like we could very easily go Bruges, Amsterdam, Hamburg, Billund, make it like a 2-week trip. But that's more a later in the year thing. And I figured while I had the chance, let's get over here, buy myself some exclusive Lego from the store, check out the Lego house, basically scout it out for very little money and work out if it is worth the trip coming back. It definitely is. I've had an awesome day. There's a supermarket just across the road here. So this is where we're heading. And we're just gonna have a little nose in here. I'm not looking for anything specific, but I mean, I'm assuming that's Danish for supermarket. I was looking for something with a Sainsbury's sign on, really. Well, now I know for sure I'm definitely coming back. They've got my figs. I eat these every day when we're on holiday in the Canary Islands. I thought they were just a Canary Island thing. Here we go then. My quest to find Europe's best crisp continues. I'm thinking this is the one we go for. That looks like an appropriately sized bag. Got myself some crisps. Me and Anna will taste them at home, see if they're worthy of having the empty bag put on our fridge with some of our other favourites. And I also got a few different varieties of spunk. I think this is wine gum spunk. And we also got, I think this is like licorice spunk. Got 4 boxes of spunk. I don't know how much spunk you can bring back into the UK, but I reckon I can keep that hidden in my bag and it should be okay. Well, that completes my day at the Lego house, but now I have a slight problem. My taxi dropped me off here this morning. It was just an airport taxi. I got out of the terminal and got in a taxi and it was fine. There's no Uber, at least in Billund. I don't know about Denmark in general. How do I get a taxi back? There's no taxi rank nearby. The airport is an hour's walk away. I think we might need to go and find a bus station. Or at least a taxi rank. Well, 2 things. I think I found Lego. And this sign seems to indicate you can get a bus in here. In fact, that looks like a bus stop. And that's a really loud church that's been donging for quite some time. I guess that's the 5 p.m. dongs, which means my plane leaves in just under 4 hours. How long do we wait for the bus for before you decide it's not coming? Oh, we've got more bells. I love it. We love a bell. I'm on a bus. I traditionally get very travel sick on a bus, but it's apparently only 6 minutes. It cost me 26 kroner, which I think is like £3, which is a lot less than I was charged by that taxi this morning. And famous last words, I think it's going to be quite hard for me to balls up. It looks like it tells me on there where we're stopping. So we go Legoland, Lalandia, and then next one is Airport, according to Google Maps. Even I can't mess this up, can I? And even if I do, I've got 3.5 hours to play with. There's the big minifig outside the Lego building. We can do some sightseeing. I think the bus is going the same way my taxi went this morning, which means that's the big Castle Hotel, which is very similar looking to the one in Windsor. There we have what I think is the main entrance sign. Very nicely lit in this hour. Oh, there we go. That's the shot I wanted. Well, that was easy peasy. Probably less than 6 minutes in the end, and I didn't vomit, so that's a big positive. We're at the airport. My flight doesn't leave for over 3.5 hours. I need to go and see if I can wangle my way into an airport lounge that I've not pre-booked. I mean, it seems deserted here again. I can't imagine there's going to be much of a queue. The question is probably more going to be, is the lounge even going to be open? Wow, no wonder the airport's so empty. They literally do less than a flight an hour. Well, that shows just how early I am. I'm starting to realise just how much they love licorice in this country. I'm in the sweets area in the duty free. Every other thing is licorice. I can't have licorice. I have high blood pressure. I'm not allowed licorice. Oh. Well, got through security in no time. There is a Lego store here in the airport. There's no people here though, including in the Lego store. There wasn't even any staff in there. There's just a sign on the till saying, take what you want and go and pay for it in the duty-free shop. So the Lego store's here, the duty-free shop's over there, so you walk out of the Lego store with it and you're fully on an honour system. So glad I've kept my receipts from earlier today, because I've got an absolute ton of Lego with me that I don't have to pay for a second time. But the airport is utterly deserted. The only other shop in here is a WH Smith. I'm going to try and find a lounge, but I'm not feeling very confident about it. I'll meet you there if there is one. If not, we're going to go and find a chair and a beverage somewhere. We're going to be talking good old credit card rewards again. We've got a nice view of the one plane every 70 minutes that will leave. And a decent spread, to be honest. Non-specific Danish orange pop. And a selection of hot and cold foods. That'll do me. I've even got somewhere to charge. And unlike at Stansted, a toilet actually in here as well. So this is me probably for the next 2 hours now, just sat in here charging everything back up again. Well, I've made it through security and check-in and to the gate with my bags intact. Now we just need to get onto the plane. Result, we got it on the plane. It got a little squashed in the overhead thing, so Anna's probably not going to be very amused, but at least we got it home. And it was first on the bus back to the terminal. And there we go, we have made it back. We have both bags intact and no questions asked by Ryanair, and we got it all on fine. So to clarify, I did pay for the extra cabin bag for the way back, just that one. So on the way there, it was just my backpack. On the way back, backpack and suitcase, and they let me bring on that bag, didn't even question it. It looks like a duty-free bag. There's a Lego store in the duty-free at Billund, so I imagine it's a little bit different on that flight. You might not get away with that flying back from Disneyland Paris with a big bag full of Lego, for example, but that's a success. My car's just over here, so I'm going to head home. It is nearly 10 p.m. UK time. I woke up at 4 this morning in a hotel just over there, so I'm ready for the drive home now. Hopefully I can get back before midnight. But if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for whatever happens next. I don't even know what channel this outro is for. I think this is a vlog channel video. I'm a tired man. Thank you very much for watching.